Okay, go, 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 go.
Okay, well, thank you, Elizabeth, for this opportunity and for hosting the 6th annual Women's Empowerment Series. My title today is, as you can see, How to Be a Speaker on really from the virtual stage. So Olga is sharing my screen. Great. So today I am so excited, and I would like you to just to ask everyone just to close your eyes for a second and imagine standing in front of an audience, sharing your message that transforms lives. Your words are resonating with the audience, and they're deeply engaged. You're sparking change, and people are they're loving on you, and that's in person. Now imagine yourself doing this from a virtual stage. Your voice is being echoed worldwide. How did that feel? Exciting, isn't it? Well, welcome to the power of the virtual stage. And you could see it right here. People are being blown away from all around the world, right here in the comforts of their own home. My name is Diane Cunningham, and I'm the founder of Ascend Your Path. We're a safe space for professionals and aspiring speakers to share their message with a global audience. Our purpose today is to help you grow personally and professionally, to build your confidence and clarity. Also, to position yourself to inspire and lead others, lead you on to open the doors for more opportunities. Why become a speaker? Speaking boosts your confidence. It sharpens your communication, your skills, and strengthens your leadership ability. Now we've seen it played out right here this morning. The authors are just like speakers. They're getting their voice heard in print. Professional impact. You become a trusted authority in your niche. So speakers, they're trusted, because it's all about authenticity. They know what they're talking about, and they attract more clients when they speak with authenticity. They get to collaborate. This is what's being played out right here. They inspire and they influence. And Elizabeth, I'm so proud of her because all of this inspiration here, you inspire me to do even more. Going back to, I know we're short on time, right? So I know this is just a little bit on why becoming a speaker, but I just want to say, speakers can make a lot of money. And I know Elizabeth is going to be talking about that, how to become a paid speaker. But from my point of view, from a virtual stage, my virtual stage I've been running for three years. And it's a safe space for speakers, well-known or unknown, to share their message with a virtual audience that's safe, non-judgmental. And I do that twice a month. And it's usually about 30, 40, 50 speakers on there. I have a lot of professionals come on. I recently had Dr. Forbes Riley, and I think if you Google her, she's known as the Queen of Pitch. Love her. I've learned so much. So moving right along I want to talk a little bit on the scale of 1 to 10, sharpening the sword. How do you feel being a speaker? Are you terrified? What about kind of freaking out when you get on stage? For others, it might be a breeze, but it doesn't matter because guess what? Practice makes progress. And at Ascend Your Path, we give you that opportunity. When you sign on with us, we coach you, we do pre-coaching, and we create reels for you to have. So you always need tools as a speaker. So we create your rules so that you could promote yourself and we get to promote you. And we give you feedback, on how to make your presentation on presentation day. It's a platform where you grow with confidence and refine your voice. Next, we have a testimonial. And Salsabila she is from Saudi Arabia. And just to tell you a little bit about her, 3 years ago, she appeared on Ascend Your Path for the first time as a speaker. And after her presentation, she got numerous offers to speak in person. So let's hear a little bit what Salsabila has to say.
I truly want to thank Diane and Olga and the Ascend Your Path platform for the work they've done. I've been a speaker with them, and the service they provide is just fast, and it's easy to connect with them, and everything was perfectly organized. I really love it, and I would be a speaker with them again for sure. And the audience enjoyed it, and this is just the beginning. I wish them much more success to come in the future, and I'm sure that they will even grow bigger and better. So thank you, Olga and Diane. Thank you, Ascend Your Path. Thank you.
So thank you so much for that share, Olga. Identify and overcome your fears. We talked about that. Now we know that I was thinking about James Earl Jones. And imagine with his speech impediment, he had to overcome his fear, and now God rest his soul. Not now he is, but God rest his soul. We know him as that voice of Darth Vader. He's that recognizable voice that no one can ever miss. But so when we talk about practice makes progress, that's what it takes. It's going to take some work, and that's what we provide on Ascend Your Path. Again, that safe space. Let's talk about being judged, okay, making a mistake. At the end of the day, people just want to know your heart. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake. Number one, they don't even know it's a mistake. Only you know that. So you're the only one who's holding you back. What about not feeling good enough? That's one of those tricky ones, right? It's one of those self-limiting beliefs. Going back to, but it's all fun. Speaking from stage is fun, okay? Because we can add in what? We can add our stories. And we know a lot of storytellers. One of my favorite storytellers and speakers is Mr. Les Brown. And I know everyone pretty much know about Les Brown. He is so well known for his storytelling, and he's so funny. I had the opportunity to meet with him, was it last year in Atlanta? The man is amazing. I met him a couple of times because we did a book with him. As a matter of fact, I co-authored the book with Les Brown. So this is really thrilling here. So what works as a speaker? We always have to figure out what works for us. And a clue to that is, what will give you a little bit of insight is, what works on you works for you. Now, what does that mean? You like funny speakers? Be a funny speaker. If you like to listen to, like the ones that do the speeches, Dr. Martin Luther King, he does speeches. It's very structured. If that's the type of speakers you like to hear, that's the type of speaker you want to be. So it's not too hard identifying who you want to be as a speaker. So just to save time, how do you choose your topic? Going back again to your experience, let's skip, we can skip the testimonial. Going back to choosing your topic. You hear, this was so good about Irma. She talked about creating AI. Now her talk, you can know she's talking from experience. So her speech is all about her experience. Then we have the others that speaks about their what's in their heart. And I could see that in Miriam. Miriam is all about heart, so I know she's gonna come from heart all the time. It's soul. Delana just talked about, what the download she got. So that's really exciting. We talked about Larry and Carol. They just spoke that coming from the heart. So it's so easy to really figure out what our topics are going to be and what type of speaker we're going to be. And Ascend Your Path and virtual stage. The virtual stage is where you want to be. Moving along to the power of the virtual stage. Now, there's no boundaries. The virtual stage breaks geographical barriers and it amplifies your message. Now you have Dr. Monera is on here. She's going to be on Ascend Your Path, which is this Saturday, all the way from Turkey. And she's going to share her message. I'm in Dover, Delaware. And we're going to have people from around the world hearing from her. So here you are. You can speak to the entire, so it is global. You can speak to the entire world. Ascend Your Path also provides a platform for speakers from different walks of life. You can connect with them. And we can see from here, from the Women's Empowerment Series, is a great example of that. Women from around the world are sharing their story and their message, empowering us. I am so empowered. I have so much notes that I already kept writing down, that AI feature. I mean, that is so amazing. Now I can go to my app and talk to the app and get feedback. That's my therapist in my pocket. So this is so amazing from all the things that we're learning from a virtual stage. Friends, I want to say to you, your voice matters. Your voice matters. And with all the rolling back that's being done to really stifle women, okay, we see the rolling back of the DEI programs. It really affects us as women. And this is Women's History Month. So we want to really let our voices be heard. Okay, so I just want to encourage everyone to say, find your voice. Your voice is your superpower. Finding your why. That's another big one. Why do you want to do what you do? And as you see, that's everyone here is sharing their passion. It's going back again to you're doing it because you want to inspire others. You want to share your knowledge. You want to build a business. And as Elizabeth said, she'd be talking about how you can make money doing this. So I would say discover your why gives you the depth and authenticity to the message. When you speak from the heart, your words don't inform, they transform. So you can start in churches, you can start at your local Chamber of Commerce, community events, and also Ascend Your Path. We're open for you. It's the perfect platform for you to start your speaking journey. And to help you and keep you inspired, create a dream board. Put up pictures, on your dream, like a vision board. Put up pictures of locations where you want to speak. Get a mic, and you can go to Canva and create whatever magic you want to create. That's your vision board. And this is how you can become a speaker on Ascend Your Path. There's a QR code. You can scan it. And maybe Olga could drop the our Calendly link in the chat. So you will be interviewed. And it doesn't end there, because guess what? A speaker always need a book. Okay, so you need that book to give further credibility, and that book opens the vault. Because and you can see how many authors we have on here. Okay, so so that's the missing piece to the speakers is that you need a book. And not going to take much longer, but Olga's going to talk real quick about how we can help you and Ascend Your Path, because all of our speakers, we're doing a compilation book. So we download their presentation and we're compiling them in a compilation book so that we also can go #1 on Amazon. So Olga could talk a little bit about how you can be a part of our book publishing business. And I thank you. And it's not going to be much longer. Olga?
Thank you so much, Diane. Thank you, Elizabeth, for providing us with this amazing platform. And I have met so many people, Irina with her app, and then so many different types of books, Stephanie, Larry, and Carol, Joanne, Delanda. Maybe I'm missing someone because I have not joined, like I have not been here for the whole time. But in the short time that I have been here, it was amazing. So I would like to introduce you to our publishing business. And first of all, I want to tell you my story because stories work on me, just like Diane said, right? Whatever works for on you works for you. For years, I have been working as a college professor in best colleges and universities, but I always felt something was missing. I knew that I wanted to help people. I had no idea how, when, what capacity. I have not had any coaching certifications or anything. I just wanted to help people. And one day I met that motivational speaker. I actually went to study his communication course. And he talked about how powerful books are, that they can outlive you, you can leave a legacy, many, many, many things, right? So I signed up to do a book with him. And it took me a year. I couldn't finish that book. So I decided to outsource it to a ghostwriter. The book came back, just a little tiny, tiny thing, 99% plagiarized, 99%. Of course, I could not publish that book, so that went down the drain. And then I discovered anthologies because English is not my first language, not even the second language. So I was so afraid to get my story out, you know. But anthology was an easy way in. I started very small, so I was part of that anthology, the Raymond Aaron. And I'm not going to show you my chapter. It's only 1 page long. 1 page. Said, okay, at least I am in the book now. So what do I do next? Then I discovered the next anthology. That was an interview. So they conducted an interview with me and they published that interview almost unedited. So it was just an interview. But I got into podcast with that book. It was amazing. And then Diana and I were working for another motivational speaker, and we were part of that anthology that Diane told you about with Les Brown and James McNeil. That opened even more doors for me. But that was already an edited version. So now, after I had these 3 anthologies done, I said, okay, so that's time to actually publish my own book. I started studying and learning. That's not new for me because I have a PhD, right? So I know how to do my research. I did my research. I published my first book. It was about 70 pages about mindfulness, just to step open the door even more. I did that. And just a few months later, I had these 2 books published. Both of them reached #1 within the first couple of days. I'm not going to talk more about that. Okay, so now we have clients. We help clients to publish their own books, and you can read their amazing testimonials here. So Sandra here, she is publishing her own chapter. So we are expanding that chapter and publishing that separately from the anthology. Yes, we have copyright for that. We are fine. And Miranda, she is writing a book about aging. She's very passionate about aging because she says, aging is not the end of the world. You're just aging. So do whatever, right? The horizon is open for you right now. So why do we want to write a book? And Diane talked about that. That goes hand in hand with speaking, because you want to get your message out. But when you are writing, you're actually clarifying your message. So it gets even more published. You build your authority because now when you get to podcasts or when you get to stages, when you get to interviews, you can say, you know what, I have my own book about this topic. So now they consider you as an authority in that topic. You reach a wider audience because your book is going to be published and all people around the globe can access it and buy it. And of course, by using a book on your platform, on your website, you can attract clients and more speaking opportunities. So what should you write about? And Diane talked about that already, right? So what have you overcome? That's the first one for me, because every single book that I'm writing, it's my personal story. Part of that is my personal story, right? Because I really love seeing stories throughout the book. That speaks to me. Now, have you had any particular challenge in your life? You overcame that. Now teach other people who are going through the same thing to do the same. That will help them a lot. What do people ask you about? Maybe, we have a person around us in our community, and she says, people have always been asking me for an advice in this. So I said, that's a perfect field for you to write a book if they always come to you for an advice. And then if you want to change the world, and I know all of us here, that's why we are here today. We want to change this world bit by bit, little by little, right? That's what we are doing. So if you want the world to know about something, then this is your venue. Just write a book about that. Okay, so let's talk about publishing options, just a bit. I'm not going to talk a lot about that. So the first option is traditional publishing. You have your book, right? You have your manuscript. You go to publishers out there and you offer them your book. They are going to read it and they're going to say, yes, we are going to publish it, or no, we are not going to go for it. Now, if you publish with them, usually your royalties are not going to be great. Yes, you can get some money in advance, but that's the negotiation between you and the publisher. The second one is self-publishing. That's the route that I took. And I love it because I am in control of everything. I am in control of my manuscript. I'm in control of my royalties. I'm in control of the timing. I can do whatever I want with my book. And then there is hybrid option. You pay some companies and they publish for you. You still get your royalties, but they help you to get your book out. And some companies actually help you with marketing, some don't. So it's up to you to do the research. Now, how do you publish on Amazon? That's, again, what I did. Of course, you write your draft, but it's not going to finish then. Between the time that I finished my draft and I actually hit the publish button, I think I reworked my manuscript like 10 times. Full manuscript, I mean. I edited that and re-edited that, and you find here, and you want to insert a story and you want to insert a quote. But again, work for it, right? It has to be perfect for you at this time. And believe me, it's not going to be perfect 100%, and it's totally fine because the reader won't know that. But you might find something, you know what, I missed an idea here, or I missed an idea there. Here you go, you have an idea for another book. But your book, whatever you publish, is still going to be perfect. You have to edit your book professionally, right? Not only the language is a problem there, but also some phrases that can be alarming to some people. Or maybe you want to be your book spiritual, right? But at the same time, you want it to be religiously respected. So you have to keep your language very tight. You have to make sure that people understand it the way you want them to understand it. So you know what? Give your manuscript to 10 people, different people, just to read and give you a feedback. The next step is designing your cover. Cover plays a huge role on Amazon because you know how it works, right? People are going to be offered to buy your book. But if they don't like your cover, they're never going to click on it. And if they don't click on it, they're not going to buy it. So cover is a huge thing, and you cannot just hire an artist for $10. We have been trying that. No, it's not working. You have to have a very good graphic artist. Then you decide, you're all shaking, you're sitting next to your computer, and you hit that publish button. Congratulations, you are a published author. Within 72 hours, for me, it was within a few hours, your book is going to be live on Amazon. Your Kindle version, your paperback, you can also do your hard copy. Then you set your price, right? Done. You can also narrate your book, just like Larry and Carol are saying. Maybe others are doing that as well. But you can narrate your book and you can publish that on audiobooks, right? And there are different platforms for that. Every single platform is going to supply you a different income. Now, this is very important for you to understand. Not all books are going to generate money. You don't write books always to make money. Yes, some books are going to be a hit, right? We know some books like that, like Atomic Habits, for example. They make thousands and thousands of dollars every single month. But some books are just not going to do that, but they're still going to open doors, and it's still going to be some passive income for you. It's not really passive. You still have to do some tricks, right? But it's going to generate some income. Now, with books, you do grow your influence and you do grow your branding. Because again, if people don't know you, if you don't have anything out there, and then the person comes to you and you ask them to buy a 5,000 product from you, they're asking, but who are you for me to buy from you, right? I don't know you. I have no idea how to get to know you, but you have your books. They can read the book and they can get to know you better, much better with that. And of course, you leave your legacy, right? My kids, they saw my certificate. It says Amazon #1 bestseller. Said, "Mom, you're #1 bestseller." I said, "Yeah, you're a cool mom." And they started started telling that story to all their classmates. And now my kids' classmates come over to our house and like, are you an author on Amazon? Are you #1? I said, "Yes, I am." Like, you're such a cool person to be around. That's very nice, right? Now, where can you sell your books? I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But of course, Amazon, audio platforms, local bookstores, and they actually like when then you're local, right? They like even arranging book signing for you. If events and speaking gigs, you can bring like 50 books and sell them from the stage. Of course, you can create your website just like all other people over here are doing. Thank you so much. We are definitely going to see your websites and purchase some books. And email list, you can use that as well. Now, you don't have to use them all, but you can use some of them. Now, just like me, I started small. We offer you to also become part of our anthology. Now, our anthology is designed for our authors. And they are going to get the first dips in our anthology. We only have a few spots left right now. And if you would like to become part of our anthology, just talk to us, because the price is going to amaze you. We have like it's a very, very low price just to cover our costs. But again, with that book, you are going to get out there. Your name is going to be out there, and your picture is going to be on the front of our anthology. This is the first anthology, like this anthology that Diane was talking about. We also took part in creating that anthology because we were working with one of the people on this slide. We became #1 over here. We became #1 in 4 hours after publishing, just 4 hours. That's the power of anthologies, because you have a huge, huge number of people, huge network that works for you to become #1. So your story matters. Whatever you overcame, it's very important to other people to hear. Very important. Don't keep it to yourself. By keeping to yourself, it's actually a sin. I don't want to go there, but it's actually a sin. If you overcame something and you're not telling the world how to do that, you're not helping the world. So just get it out. Your message is very needed, whatever it is. And the world is waiting. We are all waiting for your message to come out. So if you would like to become part of our anthology, just talk to us. This is a Calendly link. You just book an appointment with us, and we would be happy to talk to you. It's tinyurl.com, AYP, Ascend Your Path, Anthology. That's it, as simple as that. And I'm going to post that in the chat. But please talk to us and become part of our anthology. Let the world hear your message.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys rock. Okay. If you stop
Yes,
sharing, I can bring the group back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And you all did it pretty fast in record time. Good job. Give them a big applause. So this day is about training, and I have to say I'm really grateful to Diane because she stepped to the plate. I gave her very little time to pull this together. It was a vision that I had that we should have workshops and training on the last day of the conference. We did a lot of networking, and so I thought, we need to share knowledge. And since we've got Joanne, who's a published author, and Betty Cooper, I saw her. And Betty Cooper is a paid speaker. She's a nationally recognized speaker. She's a model as well. And I am a paid speaker. I get paid to speak. My husband and I have traveled around the world, and people have paid for our airfare, our hotel, our stipends. But let me just backtrack for a minute, and let me just stop recording. But thank you both. That was wonderful. I'm going to